Homie Talk. Talk for the homies. This week episode is going to be, our first segment is going to be about Derrick Rose, right?
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
What did Derrick Rose say?
Derrick Rose said the reason why he sits out for games is because he's thinking about his life after basketball. So he doesn't want to be sore when he goes to meetings. He don't want to be sore going to graduations.
Who's graduated?
His kids.
He has kids?
Yeah.
Does he?
Well, I don't know. That's what he said in the quote. He said he doesn't want to be sore, like Lloyd said, going to meetings and going to his kids' graduations.
You can't take an aspirin?
No, you can't.
Hey, so what's the problem with it?
Question's tough.
Do you have a problem with it?
Yes and no, because what we discussed, when you said the comment when I put it up there.
Yeah.
Life after basketball, you don't want to be broken down and then going through pain and missing out on things, but you play basketball. It's you're basically getting your toughness questioned, especially that you play in a city where they do nothing but work. They work hard for everything that they got. It's a real blue collar town. You can't
Is
be
Chicago a blue collar town?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you can call it blue collar.
if it's not blue collar, people.
There's a lot of rich people in Chicago. So
What would it be, white collar then?
No, I'm saying usually you don't correlate those, and that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not like you're playing football where every day you go out where you go out on the field and it's life threatening. You could get hit one time in the head, all of a sudden you can't remember anything. Light sensitivity. You can die from concussions, like it says. But you play basketball, now the whole city don't like you. The only people that's defending you is your teammates, but they're your teammates.
he's from Chicago too, so that's rough.
Yeah.
You got a problem with it?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but my thing is, when you come out and say comments like that, people are gonna question your toughness.
You know what I have a problem with?
What?
Not only did you have a Carolina Panthers knit hat, and now you're wearing a cap. Like, what the hell?
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry. I just looked up and was like, what the devil?
You cut me off of that?
Yes, I did. Go ahead.
I should have just kept the knit on.
Nah, what, me hot in here?
Go ahead, man.
Nah. So, like I said, they gonna question his toughness. They were talking about last year how when he was injured, with his knee injury, how he could have came back. He was in he was practicing, and they were saying that even in practice, he's still the best player offensively on the Bulls. So they were wondering why he didn't come back. So it's like, when you see things like that and him making comments like this, you're gonna question, is he really hurt, or he just doesn't want to, play.
And with the NBA contracts, the
guaranteed
whether or not he plays. So just like what Jalen Rose said, collect them checks.
No, just keep getting them checks.
Look,
It's not name dropping the game.
I ain't name dropping for fame. I'm just saying, it's like you about to get you're gonna get $88 million for the next 3 years.
Is he in that much money?
I believe so, yeah. You're about to get $88 million for the next 3 years, and you're sitting and you're worried about being sore. Like you said, aren't you gonna?
Injuries are part of the game, so you know what you sign up for. You playing basketball, you're gonna get injured. Anytime you play a physical sport, well, basketball is not a physical sport, but anytime you play sports in general, there are gonna be injuries. But like I said, I don't have a problem with him thinking about life after basketball. It's just, to say something like that, like you didn't already know the risk, I thought was stupid.
Yeah, I really think that he's still worried about getting hurt. He got 2 major knee surgeries. He's missed he's missed almost 3 full seasons with being hurt. I really think he's in his mind that he's scared of getting hurt again, so he'd rather not risk it and sit down rather than run the risk, even though he should know the risks already, or that he does know.
Okay, so here's what I want to ask. Do we have an issue with him thinking about the future? Because, like, why? I don't have a problem with it. Alright? Probably should have kept it to himself. But I don't have a problem. If you ever heard Derrick Rose speak, you know he's not a smart person. So to think that he's going to say something intelligent or say the right thing all the time is not a good idea. But if he's thinking about that was weird, graduations. Why would you say that? Just be like, I want to be hurt after I'm done. Like he named specifics, and then it just made him sound worse. Like meetings and graduations. Really? You go to meetings all the time. But anyways, you go. The fans aren't gonna pay your bills after you're done with the game. Floyd Mayweather has said it a lot because people get upset about him not going toe to toe in the brawling and things of that nature. They accuse him of running. He's like, well, y'all ain't gonna pay my bills after I'm done with boxing, so I need to preserve myself for boxing. And people get upset about him about that. I don't understand why we upset about somebody not wanting to put themselves at risk after basketball, because he probably has between 8 to 10 years left of basketball. He'll still have another 30 or 40 years after retiring from basketball to live. So, you know, why Chicago? Is it because of Michael Jordan with the flu game? Is that what it is? Or is it, you know, or is it because his counterpart, Russell Westbrook, tries to play through everything? Is it, you know, because everybody, like, nobody else is really, or is it because Kobe's in the league, or is it because he's compared to Allen Iverson at times, and Allen Iverson played through a bunch of injuries? I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. But, like I said, you can't expect him to always say the wisest thing, because he can hardly talk as it is. So, you know, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So you don't have a problem with it?
I just wish he'd have worded it better. That's
what should he have said? What would you have said if somebody asked you that?
What was the question? I don't remember the question they asked.
I didn't even hear the question. All you got was the comments.
All right. Well, I think it was something like, "Why didn't you play through your sprained ankles?" or something like that.
Because I'm waiting for it to be 100%. I mean, that's all you have to say.
I'm saying rushing.
Sounds simple.
Yeah, rushing back.
You don't want to re-sprain, your ankle.
Rushing back from injury. How well did that do for Kobe?
I've played through, and you know it, Lloyd, several ankle sprains. The same ankle. The last time I sprained, I was in a wheelchair, and even when I sprained it that day, I still tried to play. Right?
Yeah.
My ankle pops all the time now. I don't want that. I didn't want that. I didn't expect that to happen, and now my ankle pops all the time. Now it's uncomfortable. I don't like being uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know. Stop hating on Derrick Rose, people. Anyways, homie talk for the homies. Let us know what you think on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. All right.